Good morning. How many of you know what Namaste means? I've heard my meditation teacher, David G., countless times say, I honor the divine light in you that's also in me. And when you're in that space and I'm in that space, we are one. We often dim that light to please others, to avoid criticism, to keep the peace. And we do that by downplaying our accomplishments, by hiding our true opinions, or worse, by putting our dreams on hold in order to gain that acceptance. But when we constantly seek validation from outside sources, we tend to lose touch with our own inherent worth and value. We forget that we are already whole and complete and deserving of love and respect just as we are, without accomplishing anything. So the other side of this is self-validation. It's this practice of loving and accepting ourselves unconditionally without the need for external approval or validation. And it means that you're your own best friend. You have your own back. You trust your own judgment, and you celebrate yourself every single day. It means you shine your light unapologetically, knowing that by doing so, you're also giving others permission to do the same, to shine their light. Now, as we move through today's meditation, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with self-validation and to notice any areas where you might be dimming your light, and consider how you can begin to cultivate a deeper sense of self-acceptance and self-trust. And keep in mind also that self-validation, the journey there it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight, and I don't even know honestly if it's something that we attain fully at some point in life. I certainly am not there yet, but I know I've come a long way, and I wish the same for you. So let's get settled. You can sit down or lay down, and get comfortable. That's the most important thing. And let's take a deep breath in together and gently let that go. And let's do that one more time. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and gently release it. And at this point, you can gently close your eyes if you want, and keep breathing. Keep noticing your breath as it flows in through your nose and as it flows back out. And just keep your full attention on your breath. And notice that as you breathe in and out, slowly, your body starts to relax. You feel your shoulders are dropping. Your neck becomes softer. Your jaw is unclenched. Your eyelids get more relaxed and perhaps heavier. You just feel your whole body melt on your seat. And as you keep focusing on your breath, you also notice how your mind begins to calm. So you keep breathing in and out slowly, and watch what that does to your body and mind. And today, I'd like us to ask ourselves some questions. I'm going to read them, I'm going to say them once, and I'd like you to just repeat that question in your mind and not worry about getting the answer right away or getting the answer at all. As a matter of fact, just put the question out there. Just say it to yourself and let it just sit there and see what comes up. Maybe the answer will emerge right away. Maybe, your intuition will tell you something. Maybe it will come later in the day, or maybe not at all. And that's all fine. You've asked the questions. They're working in the back of your mind, or actually it's not even your mind, it's your heart that's dealing with those. So just stay present with your breath for a couple more breaths. And now let's ask ourselves, what's one area where I base my self-worth on external factors? Achievements, appearance, or others' approval? What's one area where I base my self-worth on external factors, external approval? And let that question float. And now let's ask ourselves, what would my life look like if I gave myself that approval instead? What would my life look like if I gave myself that approval instead? And one last question. What is one small act of self-love I can practice today? What is one small act of self-love I can practice today? Take a few more deep breaths as you ponder those questions. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Now, if you came up with a small act of self-love, then I'd like you to make that happen today. And if nothing came up yet, let that question linger and something will come up, I guarantee. And then make that happen. You don't have to be happy when. You can be happy now, and the rest will flow from that. Namaste. I honor the divine light in you that's also in me. And when you're in that space and I'm in that space, we are one.